First, the top headlines. 8th episode of Liangmai Imphal Market held at Kurai Kongpal Netaji Memorial Club ground. School van transporter stage protest against exorbitant money demands holds school van service. Union Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways Ajay Tamta expresses on the commencement of construction work of 11 national highways in the state. The IPR Director Ngangom Uttam comments to highlight difference between news published in social media platforms and registered news channel. Unlawful Activities Tribunal shows a cross notice to NSCN-K and its factions Arunachal unlawful activities. Death toll in Redford blast rises to 13 after another injured succumbs at LNJP hospital. Special Bangladeshi tribunal to deliver verdict against Sheikh Hasina on November 17. A very good evening. You're watching the Primetime ELITETV English News, and I'm your host, Ragina, giving you the news in detail. The 8th episode of Liangmai Imphal Market has been held today, the 13th November, at Kurai Kongpal Netaji Memorial Club ground. The Liangmai Imphal Market today witnessed 150 women vendors offering organic fruits, vegetables, and other indigenous items for sale to the common masses. Kurai Assembly Constituency MLA Laisangtem Susindro also visited the market today. Speaking to media persons in connection with today's event, a former minister in Kurai AC MLA L. Susindro applauded the initiative of the Liangmai Imphal Market, highlighting that this endeavor will promote mutual love and cooperation amongst all indigenous communities of the state. He further stressed that the holding of the Liangmai Imphal Market at different places across the state will further enhance the feeling of common brotherhood and harmony in the state.
Weekly market lekai sigi maroina Netaji Memorial Club na sindana sumama tawraga khoi mayam sigi moi masa na puthokchariba production haibadare the farm tokchariba singna puthokchari production moi purla aga jamu yon mai pudong saba bibi riba club ko aina thagachari adoga lengmai ge khoi ge brothers yaure ado tawraga moi mayam ade pochei leiba mayam yaure khoi ge Michael thank you. Program
School students, events, transporters today stage a protest at several places across Imphal area against exorbitant monetary demands and threats given by certain groups. Van transporters of 11 schools from Uripok and Sugolban area stage a joint protest at Lamboy Kongnangkong United Friends Library and Club. Speaking during the protest, All Manipur Students Transport Association member James Ephraim Takhil Kolomlekai highlighted that the school van transporters have been playing an important role in shaping the academic future of young students. However, such unreasonable and exorbitant monetary demands made by certain groups is very unfortunate, he added. He added that they are managing their families with a meager and income source which they get by transporting students. He appealed to the general public in extending support to the Van Drivers Association in stopping such unreasonable and unwarranted monetary demands and threats given to them in the interest of the young students.
ki kang lai tan ya jagi halu se ko thunga haijari ari le messing na ya se shiu.
On the other hand, School Van Transporters Union along the Maitram and Nambol Sabalekai also staged a sit-in protest against exorbitant and unwarranted monetary demands met to the School Van Drivers Association by certain groups. Speaking to media persons in connection with today's protest, a Brilliance Van Union Malom Advisory Angom Doran expressed that they are working hard to make both ends meet with a meager income that they get by transporting school students. In such a scenario, making monetary demands which are unreasonable and exorbitant is unwarranted and uncalled for.
Ben taujai ba koi che angang singsina matam chana paisa pibiba sunati alagi kharapi da khar sontha tawunina pujang wana thau hap thokga alagi gari sem chok jin khar tawjaga khar lemo buduna koi imung manung gi maintenance khar tawjaba aduna su kona sunati natraga su koi tungda hore ba angang singsibu koi ju moi bu tungi yumri ni khala koi na angang singsibu ben service koi tawjaraga moi bu pubi na koi bu mai masing taman bagi thabak se koi na lakachabani.
Union Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways Ajay Tamta has expressed that construction work of 11 national highways spanning over a stretch of 1,774 kilometers has commenced in the state Manipur. He added that the project will be completed by the end of the financial year 2025 to 2026. The statement was made yesterday, the 12th November, during a press meet held at the Classic Grande at Chingmei. Union Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways Ajay Tamta, who is on a 2-day visit to the state Manipur, while addressing the press meet, further stated that officials of National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited and State PWD, under the supervision of Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, are working day and night to complete the important national highways in the state, which connects with the rest of the country. He further highlighted that out of the total stretch of 1,774 kilometers, 747 kilometers of road has already been blacktopped. He continued that the remaining stretch of the road will be completed before the end of the financial year of 2025 to 2026.
NHIDCL की 3 प्रमुख DPR परियोजनाएं हमें मंत्रालय के द्वारा हमें मिल रही है, जो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। यहाँ के लिए हमने कॉरिडोर पे काम किया, उसी प्रकार से इन पर भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट काम को भी चूरा चांदपुर टिपाई मुख 242 किलोमीटर का ये 62 किलो और माऊ सेनापति ग्रीन फील्ड एलाइटमेंट जो 57.9 किलोमीटर का है, इसको भी हमने शामिल किया। और तीसरा हमारा है इम्फाल मोइरांग चूरा चांदपुर, ये भी हमारा लगभग 53 किलोमीटर का है। फोकस्ड है, इसको भी हम लोग कर रहे हैं, इसको भी हमको आई है मिली है। इम्पोर्टेंट जो है ये रोड जो दिख रहा है लास्ट बॉर्डर वाला।
Directorate of Information and Public Relations DIPR Director Ngangom Uttam has stated that time has come for the people to know the differences between the news items published in various online social media platforms and registered news channel. The comment has been made today, the 13th November, in connection with an awareness program held on the theme of Art and Culture, Youth Affairs and Sports and Cybersecurity Awareness, being organized by Press Information Bureau Regional Office Imphal, which was held at North AOC's Hotel Imphal. He stressed that all Manipur Working Journalists Union and Editors Guild Manipur need to work towards imparting awareness, showing the difference between social media news and ethical news reporting. The event, which commenced with the singing of the national song Vande Mataram, was attended by DIPR Director Ngangom Uttam MCS, PIB Imphal Government of India, Indian Information Service IIS, Dr. Ingam Pame, All Manipur Working Journalist Union President Asim Vakta, and Editors Guild Manipur Secretary General Yumnam Rupachandra Singh. Speaking on the occasion, the IPR Director Ngangom Uttam further stated that in today's fast modern world of high-tech advanced mobile phone connectivity, news and incidents are being reported in various social media platforms within a fraction of a second. However, unverified and unauthentic news create chaos and disturbance in the society. He highlighted that the officials and authorities of AMJU and EGM need to create greater awareness amongst the masses to differentiate the authenticity of news reported in social media platforms and registered news channel. He further highlighted the need of the general public to be aware of the increasing rate of cybercrimes in the state.
Misinformation, fake news, fake news, fake news, misinformation. Misinformation information incomplete information media press conference video recording
The Kuki Students Organization KSO General Headquarters has urged the Governor of Manipur to immediately reinstate 2 journal education officers, JDOs Jang Kohau Haukep MES 3 in charge of JDO Churachandpur and Lintineng Singsit MES 3 in charge of JDO Kangpokpi in compliance with the Manipur High Court's orders dated May 19 and 20, 2025. In a formal representation jointly signed by Dr. Saiboy Tautang, General Secretary and T. Haukep Education Secretary, the KSO expressed deep concern over what is described as a grave administrative impropriety and disregard for the rule of law. The student body noted that despite the High Court's unequivocal directions revoking the suspension orders issued on January 12, 2024, the concerned authorities have yet to implement the reinstatement. The KSO pointed out that the High Court had categorically quashed the suspension orders and directed the reinstatement of the 2 officers effective from the expiry of 90 days from the date of suspension in accordance with service rules. Security forces have apprehended an active cadre of the proscribed outfit People's Revolutionary Party of Kangleipak Progressive, widely known as Pre-Pak Pro, during a coordinated operation conducted in Imphal West District. The arrested individual has been identified as KSH Laiba Maite 40, a resident of Lamdeng Kunau under Lamsang Police Station. Acting on credible intelligence, security personnel raided his residence on Wednesday and took him into custody without incident. According to official sources, Laiba Maite was actively involved in extortion activities targeting schools, colleges, business establishments and government employees across the Imphal area. His actions reportedly contributed to the spread of fear and intimidation within the community. Deputy Commissioner of Bishnupur District, Puja Langbam, today, the 13th November, paid a visit to the place of the ongoing National Cadet Corps and annual training at CI College, Bishnupur District, followed by a remarkable visit of Brigadier Vikrant Kulkarni, Narsinha Group Commander, NCC Imphal. Today's visit aimed at motivating the cadets and reviewing the various training and leadership activities being conducted at the camp. Visiting dignitaries praised the discipline, enthusiasm and commitment of the cadets towards the ideals of principles of NCC.
I hope that you are having a wonderful time during this camp, learning practical matters, learning to instill a sense of pride and discipline, and also figuring out how you would like to contribute to this nation, whether it be by joining the military or by any other career you would like to pursue.
Military life के बारे में experience दिला. Sure, you will take the best advantage out of this. I also want you to remember, yes, there is something called, there are career opportunities in central paramilitary forces like BSL, CRPF, Assam Rifle.
Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
ESIC launches Spree scheme from 1st July 2025 to 31st December 2025. Who can register? Employers with 10 or more employees can register their unit and employees under the scheme through one-time registration, no past dues, no inspection, no penalties. For further query, visit ESIC office, DCBO Imphal, Kaisampat Junction, Imphal West. Shri Shri Gaurachandrayana Maha Purvashramda Ekoi Kwaigi Irakta Tinjaramba Kangembam Tomba Singna Magi Nusi Jaraba Imung Manung Sagainate Marup Mapang Kwai Pumnamakpu Thadoklamlaga Haukiba Tang Nipan Tha Taramatoi English Singiniga Kungamanga Hianga Gitara Mapanipan ba Thangzanamikta Bhakta Tomal Thakur Sri Chaitanya Das Haiba Nam Fangzagana Brindavan Prapti Oikre Lakliba Tang Tara Humdoi Tha Taramatoi English Singiniga Kungamanga Hiyangai Kunga Mari Nipan ba Sabolsa Nimita Asti Sanjay Lamkhat Charaga Lakliba Tang Kungamathoi Tha Taramatoi English Singiniga Kungamanga Poinugi Nongmapan ba Irai Nimita Chira Utsap Din Thokle Nimit Asida Laikhidrabagi Atma Santikidamak Ngamjaba Vastu Karadang Sri Sri Gaurachandra Mahaprabhugi Agrada Katchagadauri Upalakshya Sida Brahman Vaisnav Ahalaman Amadi Marup Mapang Kwai Kibik Namatam Chana Lingbirakana Hari Nam Shravan Taubiranaba ELITETV gi thongda Pauzinjari Bising Kangembam Pisak Ton Devi Shahadharmini Amadi Mahaki Imung Manung Singh Thauram Pareng Ayuk pung Nipan ga minute kuntra Bekatpa Hozagani Nungtil pung 12 ga minute kuntra Sankirtan Hauba Singjamai Thongam Lekai Lane number 9 Imphal
Nupi khudingmakna tingzang kaizang dana lairaba matamdata chaukat Bharat amadi shem sabadu mapung faragani
माताओं बहनों बेटियों उनका जीवन पीढ़ियों को प्रभावित करने वाला पीढ़ियों का निर्माण करने वाला जीवन होता है एक बेटी का सामर्थ्य उसकी शिक्षा उसका कौशल सिर्फ परिवार ही नहीं समाज की राष्ट्र की
इकाई खुमना जरीब प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की लुचिंग मखादा नुपी सिंगी हकचेल फना थमनबगिदमक्ता अकनब कैंपेन अमा लैबाक सिनब थुंगना पांगथोकले स्वस्थ नारी सशक्त परिवार तिंजंग काइजंग दब नुपी पांगल लैब इमुंग मसीगी मखादा लैबा सिनब थुंगना हकचेल कैंपेन सिंग पांगथोकजगनी कैंपेन अशिगा पुनशन हंदुना निपान शुभ न्यूट्रिशन मन असिसु होदो अमदी प्रधानमंत्री मातृ वंदना योजना दा अप्लाई तौनबगिदमक अखनब रजिस्ट्रेशन पाइखतलगनी अकुप्प मरोगिदमक अदोमगी अनक्पा आयुष्मान आरोग्य मंदिर कम्युनिटी हेल्थ सेंटर सरकारी हॉस्पिटल अमदी अंगनवाड़ी सेंटर का तानबी तिंजंग काइजंग दब नुपी पांगल लैब इमुंग मशीनी चौखटप भारत अमगी युमफम
अयहांगना ताइबंग खोंगदा जरखिबसे कुमजाली सिंगमगा समापल हुमफुद्रा 1970 मास के कुनिपाल लमतागिना कुनमाथोय निपानबा थांग जनमित के अयुक पुंग मापनदा अयहा ताइबंग फावरखि लोल लैजबा फिजे लैजबा लाइनिंग लैजबा मैतै फुरुपसे अमुक्तदि निंखा तमना लाइनिंग मिखा पोंदबसु ओइरसी.
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. In a bid to empower local youth and strengthen community relations, 32nd Battalion CRPF Loktak under the aegis of IGP CRPF Manipur and Nagaland sector today, the 13th November, has distributed solar street light complete set at Tronglaubi, Tera Kongsangbi, Kudekpi under Moirang Police Station of Bishnupur district. Further, the 32nd Battalion CRPF also distributed sports items including badminton rackets, shuttlecocks, carom boards and cricket items to Ithai Youth Club, Kumbi Others Youth Organization, Nodal Officer Ithai Kuna Relief Camp, Laikong Youth Club, Laifam Youth Association, Nongmaikong Youth Development Association and Shine Club Warukok at the Ithai Bara Community Hall. The items have been distributed as a part of the Civic Action Program 2025 to 2026. In connection with today's occasion, the IGP, Reigns CRPF Churachandpur and Commandant 32nd Battalion CRPF Ganesham Bewal highlighted the importance of such initiatives in fostering goodwill and strengthening the bond between CRPF and local people. He added that CRPF remains committed to promoting the socio-economic development within its area of deployment besides maintaining peace and security. Ration card holders of Wangoi Assembly Constituency Wangoi Ward Number 1 Polling Station 22/15 have drawn the attention of the concerned authorities to provide monthly ration rice for the general public. Addressing media persons during a press meet held today, the 13th November at the Wangoi Makalekai Community Hall, ration card holders highlighted that there are a total of 394 ration card holders. They further pointed that rice for the months of August and October have been distributed to the public and the rest of the months remain undistributed. They appealed to the concerned authorities to look into the present matter where the earmarked rice is not being distributed to the public.
Aigi sengi kase ai ibam sa khoi mari panjai si manung sida sing kar mari pambasida mi mari leibasida kg mari kapire aduduna si wali basaruk se karai da mangi bano agency na karai da mangan biri bano natraga da sarkar na dc da pirakpada walhan biri bra natraga karamba jaga da mangan bino si pose akhoi athu matam da churakan da ai chengje sunu review aduna tebodi akhoi chengje logjaroi na akhoi ngasi warep se epsabadi antak sahi ki august gi yen ba hojare adugo november sidasu anirok suboina yen jare august gi yen ba sidasu akhoi gi mi khudingi cheng kg mamuka imu amamamda mi manga lerebasu cheng kg manga tara lerebasu tara ka aduna aikoina mari lenabada aikoina waka sari se aikoi gi kat pari mi singjigi aikoi gi cheng ji suna phangan biu ai ne koina press tang se haijabani.
The Office of the Registrar Unlawful Activities Prevention Tribunal Chamber of the Deputy Registrar Benz Guwahati has issued a show cause notice to the National Socialist Council of Nagaland Kaplang and SCNK, including all its factions, wings and front organizations, asking why the outfit should not be declared an unlawful association under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. The notice dated October 31, 2025 was issued by the Office of the Registrar Unlawful Activities Prevention Tribunal, Guwahati High Court. The tribunal, headed by Honorable Justice Nelson Silo of the Guwahati High Court, was constituted by the central government through Gazette Notification Number SO4709 closed E dated October 17, 2025 to determine whether sufficient grounds exist to declare an SCNK an unlawful association. Earlier, the Ministry of Home Affairs, through notification number SO4241 closed E dated September 22, 2025, had declared NSCNK and all its affiliated wings, factions and front organizations as an unlawful association with effect from September 28, 2025. The death toll in the blast near the Red Fort on November 10 rose to 13 after another injured victim succumbed to his injuries at the Lok Nayak J. Prakash Hospital, officials said on November 13th today. The deceased has been identified as Bilal according to the Delhi police, who confirmed receiving information about his death early Thursday morning. The powerful explosion which occurred on Monday evening had initially claimed multiple lives and left several others injured. With Bilal's death, the number of fatalities has now climbed to 13, while several victims remain under treatment at different hospitals across the city. A powerful explosion occurred near gate number 1 of the Red Fort metro station on Monday, November 10 evening, triggering a massive fire that engulfed multiple vehicles, leaving 8 dead and several injured. Bangladesh International Crimes Tribunal on Thursday, November 13 today announced it would deliver the verdict against deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on November 17 in a case of crimes against humanity. The 3-judge tribunal set November 17 for delivering the verdict. A journalist attending the tightly secured special court in the capital told PTI. Hasina, her home minister in the ousted Awami League government, Asaduzaman Khan Kamal, and the Inspector General of Police or Police Chief Chowdhury Abdullah Al Mamun were tried in the tribunal, where the ex-premier and Kamal were tried in absentia, with the court declaring them fugitives. Hasina, her home minister in the ousted Awami League government Asaduzaman Khan Kamal and an Inspector General of Police or Police Chief Chowdhury Abdullah Al Mamun were tried in the tribunal where the ex-premier and Kamal were tried in absentia, with the court declaring them fugitives. The Dane police chief faced the trial in person but emerged as an approver, admitting his own role in describing the role of the two co-accused in naming last year's student-led street movement called July Uprising. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitv.in or 94028909882 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Before we wind up, let's have a look at the top headlines once again. 8th episode of Liang Mai Imphal Market held at Kurai Kongpal Netaji Memorial Club Ground. School van transporters stage protest against exorbitant money demands, host school van service. Union Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways Ajay Tamta expresses on the commencement of construction work of 11 national highways in the state. The IPR Director Ngangom Uttam comments to highlight difference between news published in social media platforms and registered news channel. Unlawful activities tribunal issues show cause notice to NSCNK and its factions Arunachal and lawful activities. Death toll in Redford blast rises to 13 after another injured succumbs at LNJP hospital. Special Bangladeshi tribunal to deliver verdict against Sheikh Hasina on November 17. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in and keep watching the ELITETV English News for more updates. Thank you and have a good night.